I should have known this was going to be something crazy. I watched Shock from 1977, directed by Mario Bava and Lamberto Bava, however you say that. First of all, I went into this cold. I didn't have a clue what it was about, except for one thing, which I will talk about later. Well, I knew it was an Italian horror, but... So immediately, their choice of font for the opening credits, terrible. Terrible. I think that would classify as a groovy font. Very much a 70s vibe. And the main music theme was pretty good. And I liked the movie for the most part, but there were a lot of little things that annoyed me. Daria Nicolodi plays a woman that's had some kind of mental breakdown, and she moves back into her old house with her young son and her new husband, and weird things start happening in the house, and the kid turns all creepy. I thought the kid was cute. He had curly hair. He kind of reminded me of a cross between like a young Elijah Wood and Danny Cooksey from Different Strokes. Remember him from the 80s? Yeah. Little bowl cut. He was cute. And we watched the English dubbed version, but his voice was fine. Like, he wasn't annoying at all to me. I mean, a lot of times kids in horror movies that can't really act all that well can get annoying pretty quick, but I thought he was pretty good. Daria Nicolodi's character, on the other hand, did start to grate on my nerves after a while as she gets more and more hysterical, crazy, whatever you want to call it. And then John Steiner played the stepdad. I really liked him. He was great. This had some really annoying music in it. Like, there was this nursery rhyme, ice cream truck sort of theme that would play throughout, and I was never really sure if it was something the characters were supposed to be hearing or if it was just part of the score, but I hated it. And then there would be crazy drums in part of it. Not really bongos, but like kind of that type of constant drumming. And just like some crazy discordant instrumentation. I didn't like that. Some of the special effects were cheesy and some were actually really good. There were some good jump scares. There was a lot of creepy imagery, but there was also a lot of stuff that was just goofy. And that's when I would look at Kelly and we'd just bust out laughing. Like, there's a scene with a floating box cutter, which does play into the story later, but still, at the time it was just goofy looking. But the climax of the film was pretty good. At one point the kid had, I guess, contact lenses in his eyes to make him look, kind of white and creepy. Which it did, but all I could think was, did they put contact lenses in that kid's eyes? Because that's child abuse. Anyway, there was one effect I'd seen on Twitter, like in either a short video clip or an animated GIF or something, that was so unexpected and creepy. And that is like the whole reason I searched out this movie and bought it. Like, the kid is running towards his mother and he goes out of frame for like a fraction of a second and jumps up a grown-ass man, and it was just so jarring and creepy. I mean, he's got like creepy hands and he's creepy looking just altogether. But seeing that on Twitter, it was one of the creepiest things I had ever seen. Unfortunately, the movie didn't live up to my expectations. And maybe that's partly because I watched it with the cheesy dubbing, but my sister doesn't like to read subtitles. But I think some of it would still be dubbed, because wasn't it like one of those... Don't some of the actors speak English and some of them speak Italian in these things, and so there's always something dubbed, right? Anyway, I was just expecting something different. So, until next time, keep on creeping on. Yeah, cheers, thanks a lot.